Hello, everyone. This is Maria Speaks, and I am back with another video on today. Thank you so much for tuning in on today. Please subscribe to this video if you have not subscribed. Make sure you comment, make sure you like, and make sure you share as well. I'm hoping today that you have your pen and your pencil and your notebook to take some notes down today, because there will be some pearls of inspiration that you will definitely need to jot down for your reading pleasure and for you to do your research and for your journey ahead. Listen, today we will be discussing the topic maturity. Maturity, yes, we will be discussing today maturity and immaturity as well. Listen, we need to ensure that as we are embarking upon a new place in our life, a new season, and a new direction in our lives, that it will require a different version of us, a different version that we had when we were in the last season. The last season, that was a different version. And this season that we're walking into will require a more mature version of yourself. Not that you were so immature in the last season that you could not manage that last season, because the maturity level that you had in that last season, it was for that last season. But now that you have matured and you're going to another level in your life, professionally, personally, spiritually, as it relates to your health and things of that nature, it will require a new mature version of you, because the version that you utilize in the last season of your life is null and void at this point. It can no longer be used in this new place in your life. So I want you to understand that on this evening, as we discuss maturity today, that you need to know that maturity is attractive and immaturity is unattractive. Write that down. Maturity, it's attractive, and immaturity is unattractive. It is not attractive at all. And I'm not just speaking in the sense of relationships and relational, right? I'm speaking in the sense of professionalism, career, your business, your spiritual life, and your personal life as well. That there is a level of maturity that will require you to come up in your mindset, will come up in the way that you perceive things, the way that you handle situations, and also some ways that you speak out of your mouth. And this level of maturity will not require you to speak reckless out of your mouth, will not require you to walk around and badmouth people or to gossip about people and things like that. That is immature, right? Maturity is going to require you to think in a different way, right? I do want to read this scripture for you really briefly. And the scripture is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. And it reads, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child, and I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things." When I became a woman, when I became a man, I began to put away the childish things, because now my understanding is no longer that of a child, and the way that I think is no longer that of a child, and the way that I speak is no longer that of a child. Meaning it's no longer immature, but I am now maturing in the grace of God and by the grace of God to be able to effectively manage and maintain this next level of my life. Because if I go into this next level of my life being immature, I will handle these things in an immature manner. So that's why God is requiring us to have another level of maturity as we begin to walk in this new place in our lives, right? So you think about it, whenever you have any sort of loan, right? Any type of loan that you may take out, a car loan, a business loan, a school, educational loan, and a home loan, as you get that loan and as you pay towards that loan appropriately, the loan will begin to mature, yes, but your credit score will also begin to mature, because you're being responsible and you're paying your payments on time, before time, and you're also putting some payments towards the principal. So not only is that loan maturing, but your credit score is maturing and your value is also maturing in that same sense as well. But in the event that you have the loan of your choice and you are not paying the loan back the way you're supposed to pay it, you're paying it late, you're missing payments, then what's happening there is that the loan is becoming now immature and not worth anything at all. So we have to understand that as we are maturing in the life that God has given us, that we have to be good stewards over everything, because a mature person, they are a good steward over everything that is given to them, right? So as we're maturing and going from being like a child and thinking like a child and speaking like a child and now being an adult, value is being added to our lives, right? Do you not know that your name is all that you can get and you can't get another name? You can change that name all day long, but you can't change that social security number, because as you mature, everything about you will begin to mature as well. So this is why we have to come up in the way that we think and the way that we perceive things and how we speak things as well, and how we even hear things. We have to come up, and there's a level of maturity that is required. So this new place that you're going into is going to require a new version of yourself, because as we spoke prior, when you're turning the page now, that old page now that you were on prior, it's now depreciating, right? It's depreciating, but as you flip the page, it's now increasing in value, meaning you're increasing in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, comprehension. All of those things are now increasing as you increase as an individual. So today, I want to give you a definition briefly about mature, the state, fact, or period of being mature. And immaturity is not being fully grown at all. Yes. So I can be 70 years old and I may have increased in my age number. However, my mindset has not matured. I am still immature. And there's a lot of people who may be of certain ages, but there's still some immaturity about them because they did not take the time to work on those areas of their lives where there was a lot of immaturity, there was a lot of trauma, a lot of hurt. So now they're still, perceiving things in a way that they did when they were in their 30s, but now they're 70 years old. So we have to be willing to come up in our mindset, right? In everything that we do. God will not leave you hanging. He will not abandon you. He's here on this journey with you, but you must be willing to put the work in that you may mature. No one can mature you. You can only do that yourself. So there's times that we must put in the work in order for us to grow as individuals. So I'm here today as your purpose pusher. I'm here today to help you be transformed, right? Because what we think is what we are, right? So it's all about our mindset. We cannot have the same old mindset and expect to do something differently. You change your mind, you change your world, and you change your life. The same way that was ever in your mind will come out your mouth. So you have to always remember that words create worlds, right? So if my mind and I have stinking thinking, what comes out of my mouth is not going to be all that great. So I'm going to begin to create a negative world for myself because my mind is not where it needs to be at. So you change your mind, you change your life. You change your mind, you change your perspective of things. So this hour, God is requiring you to come up in your mindset. So this was just a pearl of inspiration for you on today as it relates to the maturity level of you. It's time to come up in your mind. You change your mind, you change your world. It's time to become more mature because maturity is attractive. Right? You'll be attractive by other business owners. You'll be attractive by potential employers because you are mature. If you're immature, then you will not be attractive to potential employers. You will not be attractive to potential loans and grants and scholarships and things of that nature. It requires maturity on your part. So I want you to take these pearls of inspiration and apply them to your toolbox, right? Begin to get that toolbox filled up with all of the knowledge and wisdom that you need, because we're leaving 2023 in just a few short months, and you want to be prepared in every area of your life. There needs to be a level of maturity that you have and that you've tapped into, that you are ready to cross over to that other side. Not just necessarily crossing over to 2024, but do you not know that you can cross over to the other side in this month right now, right? That when you begin to make some adjustments and some changes in your life and begin to mature in various areas of your life, that you then are making great efforts now to cross over. So yes, we don't have to wait until 2024. We don't have to wait until 2025 to become a greater and better and mature person. All you got to do is think about it and make a conscious decision that I want to mature. So take these pearls of inspiration with you on today. Write these things down. Do some research. Do what you need to do that you may become a better version of yourself. Because guess what? Time is not waiting for you or I. Let's move forward. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless you, and the blessings of the Lord will make rich and add no sorrow. Take care.